Hello! Hi guys! Soundless, congrats on first. Hello. And Sono, hello. Yes, we're doing a walkthrough today. Is the audio okay? I hope the music is not too loud. Hi, Fibu, Windy, hello. I'm not stinky. Actually, I just put on lotion, so I smell really nice right now. Okay. I like the angel wing liking your hair. Yes, this is actually from Say Mama was the one who gifted this to me, and I use this in my Umi cosplay, which I have not finished. Hello, how you guys doing? And also the Tamagotchi, you know. These are my makeup palettes, but they look so pretty. I need to show you guys. This is like, oh my god, there's a mirror. Oh, I forgot there was a mirror. Hold on. Can I show you guys? Okay, yeah. But this is gone now. There used to be a really cute pattern on it. It's really cute. Hello, Rose. Are you related to Donald Trump because your hands look tiny? Hey, this is like a normal size. Look, I'm like holding my mouse normally. This is... I feel like I have a normal sized hand. Okay, there's another mirror. Hold on. Okay, but look how pretty this is. You can tell I used it already, but it's so pretty. Keep it on my desk. Hee. I just have a lot of stuff on my desk. This is also, wait, is there a mirror? Oh my god, there is. Blush, very pretty, very pretty. How you guys doing? I know, I'm like trying to be careful this time because last time I did a hand cam, I ended up immediately doxing myself. Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch. Your keyboard is just chonky. It is kind of chonky. This is the key that my friend made. It's like a little bee. I'll show you guys. It's a little bee she made for my birthday. Oh, it's from Pipsters. Pipsters and I played League like last week. She made this for my birthday. Isn't this cute? Very cute. Thank you, Pipsters. Also my like keyboard is kind of weird. If you notice, my G key broke. And it's just been like this for like 2 years now. Yoshiyasu, good afternoon. How are you doing? Hello. Is one of those shaped like a macaron? This one? It kind of looks like a macaron, right? It's so pretty. I've been told that there are stamps that you can use to refresh patterns like that. Oh, yeah. But honestly, yeah, I was like looking at the patterns for a while and I was like, should I use this? I feel like, I don't know how to say this in English, like like I feel like I shouldn't use it because it's a waste, but I'm like, no, it's not a waste. If I don't use it, then that's a waste, you know? It's like never burning a candle because I'm like, I don't want to ruin it, but then if you don't burn it, then you never use it. Yeah. So it's fine. I will buy cuter makeup products in the future, you know? Okay, so you guys can't really see because my big ass head is blocking it, but I have a huge stack of books here. So today we're going to walk through some parts of my collection, I guess. I have a lot of art books and I've always wanted to kind of like show you guys, and if you guys are ever interested, you know, like in buying some art books, I feel like this is a good place to kind of take a look at some stuff that is out there. Yeah, I am planning on doing, so I have this series where I'm doing anime and gaming related art books, and then I want to do one where I feature a bunch of like zines and a bunch of like smaller like published like doujinshi type art books, and then I also want to do one where we walk through, I have a lot of professional art books like logos, typography, like that kind of stuff. Yeah, my my G key broke and just had an extra B key. It's just here. Also, okay, yeah, this is not my desk mat. But it's because my desk, I accidentally spilled like rubbing alcohol on my desk, and my key, my what's called my desk mat was not very like nice. Like this is a cloth one, so it's actually it feels really nice on like in terms of like using my mouse. But my old one, it was kind of plasticky, and then the color started rubbing off on my hands. So then this is just like a random one from a friend who has like way too many desk mats. So I'm just borrowing it before I kind of like think of what desk mat that I want to get. Or maybe I'll get one at Offkai of a cute anime VTuber or something. Yeah, or maybe I'll make one. I don't know. But right now we have this. Please ignore it. Is the game inspired about the design philosophy behind characters intended for the games? Both. I guess you guys will see. I don't have too many like art books about specific games actually, but I would love to get some in the future. I really want the, I mean, I guess this is not technically about a game, but I really want the Arcane art book. Like, I don't know why I'm so awkward online. Like, the whole Minecraft thing. Oh my god, guys. Also, Reptane, hello. Oh, it haunts me, man. That one loser kid at the party who's like standing off by themselves in the corner. I'm like, But I'm really excited to meet a lot of people. I think it's also because I feel like a lot of YouTubers are surprisingly very, very extroverted. I am not extroverted. They're like all extroverts who like to be indoors. And I am an introvert who goes out a lot but likes to be indoors and somehow gets dragged outside. So you see, there's like a difference. Opposite, I'm unhinged online than well-mannered IRL. See, people keep saying that. And I'm like, well, to be fair, I am still like well-mannered and pretty chill IRL, I think. Actually, I guess we'll see because I haven't been drinking for like almost 4 months now. I guess 4 months. Yeah, it's been 4 months because I had some stomach issues. But I think I'm gonna be able to drink again. I think probably at the end of the month. So I guess we'll see how off-kai goes. The relapse. Hey, okay, to be fair, I stopped because of like stomach reasons, and they technically told me I only needed to stop for like maybe 2 months. But I wanted to like extend it because I was like, this is probably good for my health if I'm not just drinking all the time. You know, I was talking to a friend about it the other day. The vibes are different once you've actually met people. It's good. Yeah, I feel like I'm more comfortable meeting somebody in person, and then if we interact online, it's fine. But maybe because I can't read their body language, I like don't really know what people think of me. And so my online interactions, I feel like I get really nervous, you know. Pilk shots all day. Honestly, that doesn't sound bad. I have used chocolate milk as a chaser before. I think that was the worst thing I've ever chased alcohol with. I took a shot of vodka and then I took that happens when you take weeks off streaming. I know! I need to stop crashing out, guys. I have so much to tell you guys and so much to catch up with that I'm like, oh. Okay. So, I need you guys to give me advice, actually. This actually happened very recently, like a couple days ago. Literally while I was like at a wedding. So I was like, oh, I don't know how to respond to this. So basically, I posted on Twitter a while ago, but there was some dude that I met like long time ago when I was a kid. When I was like a kid, like a literal child. And I think we met because he is one of my friend's cousins or something like that. I forget how they're related, but I think they're cousins. And my friend, like, we're the same age, and she was like, oh, let me introduce you to like my cousins, my friends, whatever. And we went to a convention together. And then after that, he messaged me and he was like, hey, I really like talking to you. And I was like, okay, because I'm a child, so I'm like, okay, cool, nice, somebody's being nice and says they like talking to me. That's nice. And then I would respond. And then this is like a couple days after we started texting, which is not even like weirdly texting, it's just like regular, like, how was your day or whatever. And he was like, can you call me Oni-chan? Is that not crazy? Is that not crazy to tell someone? Is that not an insane thing to ask? Is that not a crazy thing to say to somebody? Okay, yikes. I know, right? It gotta be tier 3 for that. Dude, is that not insane? Okay, so then I have not seen this guy or thought of him or talked to him in like maybe like 10 years. How old are you? Okay, I was 14. I was 14 and this guy was 18, I think. Okay, very weird. Very weird situation. But it's been a million years. I have not seen this guy in like 100 years. And then he literally messages me randomly. He found my Instagram. He's like, oh my god, it's like, I haven't talked to you in so long. And I was like, yeah, I wonder why. And then I look at his Instagram, right? And his Instagram is just all him cosplaying Yagu. And taking pictures with a bunch of Hololive cosplayers. And I was like, this is so interesting. And then, so recently he messaged me and he was like, how are you doing? And I'm like, I'm good. I was like, I don't live in Hong Kong anymore. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, what do you do now? What are you up to? Chat, should I tell him that I'm a VTuber? I feel like that's not a good idea, but I don't know what to say. So I just left him unseen. I just like looked at his message and I was like, I don't know what to say. Get that follow, guys. I'm scared. I feel like that's not a good idea. This story is always so funny to hear. Is this not an insane story? Like, why does this happen? I don't, huh? You know? Yeah, I think I was friends with people who were like that. Dude, I was just trying to go to my first anime convention, little Umi, you know? Is he like Kiara? I don't know. I don't think he's like famous or anything. He's just a dude that cosplays and likes VTubers, I think. But he really likes VTubers, which I'm like, okay, I'm not that surprised. I feel like the anime to VTuber pipeline is not that crazy because, hello, here I am. But I'm like, should I tell him that I'm a VTuber? Low-key, part of me wants to because I think it's really funny. I think it's hilarious. I think it's so funny that he's obsessed with VTubers and he's like, what are you up to? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a VTuber, by the way. But also, I don't really want him to come to my streams because I feel like I can't tell stories like this anymore. I feel like it would be weird. And I feel like it would be weird if he was like, call me Oni-chan or something, or trying to I don't know the vibes. I feel like I'd be weirded out. Crazy you mentioned that. The thing is, it's too late. It's you! Acer, it's been you all along. Plot twist, it's one of you guys. That I put on the voice changer. I feel like my voice is not that distinct. I don't know. You don't know who lurks? That is very true, though. That is very true. Maybe the strat is I preemptively block it. Oh, but I don't know his, like, username or anything. Maybe the strat is I tell him I'm a VTuber, but I don't tell him who I am. I feel like I'm not like big enough for people to know. You have a very Cali girl voice. I think that's really funny because I'm not from California. I'm not from California. I've never lived in California. I am born and raised from Hong Kong. I think it's funny when people are like, "You sound like a Cali girl," but also, do I? I don't have a Cali girl accent. I feel like I'm not. I'm not like, oh my god, guys, I can't wait, I can't even do it. Like, oh my god, guys, like, I can't even do it. Hello, Sierra Core, hello. Everyone knows who you are. I'm scared. I hope everyone knows who I am, except that one guy who tried to get me to call him Looney-chan. That's like my goal, you know? He'll be obsessed enough to spend all his time until he finds out. You think it would be easy to find out? I'm pretty like unconnected from my IRL stuff, I think. And before he's a Mint fan and finds you that way, that would be crazy. Oh my god. I'm like when my IRLs are like, oh my god, like let me follow you on Twitter. I'm like, eh. um, er, you're so easy to find, TBH. No, don't say that. Don't say that. As a Californian, I can confirm that I sound like a Californian. That's crazy. Just the Cali bias, since 90% of streamers are there. I feel like there's a lot of Canadian streamers too, though, right? I feel like there's a lot of Canadian streamers. You don't have personal Twitter? No, I don't. I feel like I don't know. I just don't really use Twitter outside. Like I guess my Umi Twitter is my personal Twitter. You know. To be fair, if anyone watches a VTuber, it's a guy who wants to be called Umi-chan. See, there you go. I feel like the pipeline from guy who likes anime who wants a girl to call him Oni-chan to I'm a huge Hololive fan is like a direct arrow, you know? That's like not that crazy. Say hella, hella. That's hella crazy. Okay, but that's the thing. I don't really say hella. I say dead ass. Like that's dead ass crazy, bro. Like that's how I talk. I feel like that's not Cali vibe, right? Here's the speed run. Niji fan, Alira, Meyer, Pollard Clover, Umi. Honestly, the speed run would be Niji fan, Alira, Say, playing. No, no, no. Let's not do that. So the strat is I tell him that I'm homeless and that I hate anime now and I'm an only child. That's what we're going with. I think that's a safe bet. Yeah. Someone managed to find middle school classmates in this space. Cosplay community people, it's wild. Yeah, see, same. Cosplay community is also really small. I feel like I definitely like ended up knowing people by accident. Oh, let's not do this playlist because I'm scared I'm going to get copyrighted. This one. Okay. Let me cue some stuff. Okay. Yeah, if you are Hanai Natsuki by chance, then maybe I'll have a conversation with you, you know? But if that's not your first and last name, I don't know. It's my precious time. Like, I could be like streaming and trying to show off my art books, but failing and just talking for like 40 minutes instead. Like, I'm a busy person, you know, clearly, right? Don't call it anime, call them Chinese cartoons. Okay, but he knows I'm a weeb. He knows. But maybe I'll be like, I'm not a weeb anymore. I'm not a weeb anymore. How do you date 6 figures a month or more? That's crazy. Not figure arts, you weeb. That's funny. When you buy 6. Oh, wait, let me show you this one figure that I got from this blind box. From when I was in Hong Kong. Isn't this so cute? I think it's kind of giving an Umi vibe, so I really like it. She even has the Gunner nosebleed, you know? But also look, it's like velvety. I like the texture, the bubble skirt and stuff. Isn't this so cute? It came from a blind box. I was gonna open blind boxes on stream, but I was too impatient, and then I just opened them all. I'm sorry, but you guys could see what I ended up with. It's so cute, right? Way cute. She just sits on my desk. I guess I'll put her here. She can sit here while we're opening stuff. Tell me you watch South Park and Family Guy, you're a Westaboo. Okay, I unironically love Smiling Friends though. I love Smiling Friends. Yeah. Are you telling me you had an older brother that died in a horrible accident and him wanting you to call him Onichan made you relive the trauma and you can never see him again? Yeah, you're right. I think I should traumatize him back. You're so right. I should be like, you traumatized me. Man. Okay. Alright. Shall we actually talk about art books, guys? Yes, I think we should. Or I should show him all of my Tears of Themis cards, you know, just show them off, unprompted, you know. VTubers? No, I don't like that. Wow, you watch talking anime girls online? That's kind of weird, bro. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Like, you're telling me they're like not real people? Like they stream with an anime girl? That's, I don't know if I'm into that. That's kind of weird, bro. That's kind of like giving Chinese cartoons or something. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, look at this Chinese cartoon right here. Oops, I figured. This is a Chinese anime girl on your screen. That's kind of cringe, right? Okay, that's what I should tell him. Okay, all right. We are 40 minutes in to stream. All right, this is a sign that I really should be doing more just chatting streams because I love chatting with you guys. Clearly, way too much, and I have way too much to chat about. Dude, I'm both Chinese and a cartoon. I'm literally one of them Chinese cartoons. Okay, so first art book, 80s girly design collection. Kawaii. I bought this kind of recently. Actually, I think I was hanging out with Say when I got this because we were talking about design stuff, and I bought this last year, and I was trying to look for inspiration for like merch designs, like stickers and stuff, so like you can see that I marked some pages. Like I liked how they organized certain things, or like these little characters. It's really cute. I think it's mostly like, I was gonna say, is it Sanrio? No, it's not. They have a lot of Sanrio stuff as well, but I think in the 80s they had so much like character design stuff. So it's really cool to look through, like stationery, handkerchiefs, that kind of stuff. They definitely, like, look, contact lenses case. I just love seeing the variety of merch that they have for the different types of characters. And also they're so like cute. Like, I feel like these are characters that you don't really see nowadays, because these are from the 80s. But certain characters, like I feel like I've seen this guy around. Stuff that's never gone out of fashion, you know. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, I also like the colors of this book. I think the way it's organized is very cute. Look, Hyangodon! This is actually so sick. I think it's a bucket or something. Yeah, so they have some Sanrio stuff as well. And for Clumsy Girl, Rooms. This is an art book that I thought was very interesting, the concept of it. I actually thought it would be useful for, like, I wanted to make a better just chatting screen. And so I wanted some inspiration for, I guess, like, types of rooms. And so you can see, yeah, they split up to like different locations and stuff like that. These are some of the rooms that they showcase. It is kind of also like a manga, but it is very brief. It's just like kind of like a introduction to what the room is like. Isn't this cute? Bed and living space, the cat, and like the items that they have. It's like getting to know different characters almost and what their daily life would be like. Like she's, you know, kind of got more of her shit together. She's like cooking. Very cute. And like you can see her layout and stuff. Her coffee stuff. Yeah, also just love like I don't know why, but I love when people showcase items. It feels like an inventory, you know? When you're opening someone's backpack, I feel like it tells you a lot about somebody based on like see like homeware or like things that they would own. I think it's really cool. We need more colors in life. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. They always have these where you can mail in stuff, I think, after you buy the book. And sometimes they give you, like, I think if you review it as well, they give you some free stuff. But if you're not in Japan, you can't do it. So it's very sad. This one's really cute. I like how, like, just even the different pets, you can kind of tell they have different personalities. This girl's going on a date. Very cute. She's freaking out. But yeah, it's also giving kind of like magical girl Ghibli energy as well, this art style. It's also another reason why I ended up getting this book. Um, yeah. But yeah, I love seeing it with the characters. I think it's super cool. Just like showcasing personality in different ways, you know? It doesn't just have to be like, this person is like this. Whoa! Tummy! Tummy! Ooh. Variety makeup. Very pretty. Yeah, isn't it kind of like Ghibli-esque? Kind of reminds me a little bit of what's the witch anime? The one with the traveling witch. What's it called? It's not Alira, the traveling witch. What is her name? Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, summer outfits, so cute, so cute. Oh, that's it. Have you read She Loves to Cook and She Loves to Eat? It's so sweet. Oh, I have read, I think, one chapter of it. It's really cute. Traveling witch. Witch. Elena, yes, Elena. I was like, not Alira. Oh my god. Elena the traveling witch. Yes. That's who I was thinking of. Kind of gives that vibe a little bit. Yeah. Very cool. It's yeah, this part especially. Sunroom. Yeah, I need to revisit this actually because I have not designed anything for my just chatting. But, oh, well, that's part of the co-working stream stuff that I have for this week. Yeah. The Wandering Witch, not Traveling Witch. Umi Universe Strikes Again. Hey, it's not my fault that this is a book of cute girls. Okay. Um, let's see, what else? These are manga. Oh! Dropped one. Okay, another art book. This is more anime related, because the other one I would say it was anime related, but kind of loosely, more loosely so. This is the Wotakoi official art book, which I love. I love Wotakoi. I love that they came out with an art book. I love seeing like, I guess the author's collection of pieces and stuff. Um, this a little. Yeah, I was a huge fan of the manga, and I have all of this manga actually, like the series. And yeah, I just really like your art style. I love all the characters and their dynamics. It's so good. It's so good. If you guys have not watched or read Wotakoi, please do. It's so freaking good! Who doesn't like gamers falling in love? Oh my god, this is so cute! It should have been me. Actually, no. This is like one of those cases. Randomly, oh, randomly shipping their partners. I love it. I feel like I would fall into a deep depression seeing what I cannot obtain. But there's just so much joy that you can't be sad. That's how I feel when I see them. I'm like, they bring me so much joy that I can't even be bitter. You know? That's how I feel reading Wotakoi. Look at her! She's so hot! But also she likes to dress like a dude a lot. They also have a side story, her, Hirotaka, and Koyanagi, where they met playing volleyball. They were both the volleyball captains in high school. Ah, so good. So good. But yeah, no Yuri, but a lot of like it's really cute seeing them interact because she's never really had like girl like weeb friends or gamer friends, and she also is like a seasoned weeb, likes cosplaying and stuff. She is a fujoshi and likes to like table at conventions and stuff like that. But seeing them interact, it's just like, just makes me so happy, you know? It's like, wow, look at them being friends, weeb friends. I love seeing gamers happy. Yo, also look. Every single one of them would. Okay, anyways. Not the real reason why I bought this art book. Obviously not. But yeah, I just love seeing like these little scenes that are not in the manga or the... It's not in the manga, it's not in the anime. It just feels like I'm seeing extra snippets of their life, and it makes the characters feel more alive to me, which I really love, you know? Just like seeing like her kind of getting sick, them like giving her a, you know, energy drink, them kind of having some hard times. Yeah. In my head, they're all all four in a polyam relationship. I decided that's how I'll be reading this. You definitely can read it in this way. But yeah, very cute. I love like all the characters in this. I just really love. But yeah, this is her dressing in different ways. How's Hirotaka so hot? Where's my hot um gamer coworker? Yeah. This is how I look most of the time, guys. When I'm cooking. Yeah, they're also kind of just all dorky. And oh, this and I think Skip and Loafer were some of my favorite like romance slice of lives because I'm just like not a huge fan of um romance animes and stuff where they're kind of just misunderstand. Oh, this is when they were playing volleyball in high school. I'm gonna tell my kids this is haiku. But yeah, I just don't like tropes where they kind of just feel like they are misunderstanding for the sake of plot, and it's like that doesn't feel realistic at all. But I want to see misunderstandings despite, you know, an effort to try to explain them, despite like an effort of communication, despite trying to get along with each other in the best ways, because misunderstandings and things will always happen. You know, people will always get into arguments, even if they are in relationships, even if they are best friends, even if they are coworkers, even if they've known each other since high school, even if they're siblings. And I feel like that's what I really like about this series. It feels like the characters don't feel just like they're there for the plot. They feel like they could totally exist in real life. But I was reading some of the author notes as well, and one thing is that the author mentioned that she actually based a lot of these characters off of her real life friends. I thought that was really cute. I like Kase-san and Yamada because they have misunderstandings and stuff, and that feels pretty real, and they communicate and talk about it. Exactly, you know? Like, I want to see them actually try. All the arguing Wotoko is definitely realistic. Exactly! But also, I guess I'm just a weeb, but I just love seeing weeb representation in media. I think it's really cute to see them try to capture the nuances. Like, yeah, otaku are otaku. Yeah, sure, weebs, gamers, whatever. But they're different types, you know? Like, he likes shonen, and he likes cute anime girls. He likes games more than anything, and he's more of a gamer, and he doesn't really like anime as much, but still, you know, will watch and stuff like that. She's more of a cosplayer than anything. But she also really likes anime and stuff. She just expresses it kind of in a different way, you know? And then she's a fujoshi, but also she draws a lot of art and she tables at conventions and stuff. So it's cool to see the different subcultures within otaku and anime and stuff. Ayo. I think it makes it feel like the author like it was very well intentioned. I don't like anime that shows gamers as people who are just, I don't know, you know what I mean though, right? Like when mainstream media try to depict weebs, otaku, nerds, or gamers, and they just do it in the most stereotypical way, and they put them in a box that doesn't even feel realistic. Yeah, not a huge fan of that. So very cool to see that representation here. Another shout out to an anime that's very similar. If you guys already have seen Wotakoi, I really like Neju no Susume, which is the something of a recovery of an MMO junkie. I think that one also represents romance, identity, weeb culture, otaku culture very well. Yeah, really cool. I mean, they just don't have a consultant is all. Right, but it's like you need to consider that if that is going to be a main pivotal part of your story or content or whatever it is, right? And I think for her at least, she definitely is like getting a lot of this like firsthand from her friends, which you can tell she really put care and thought into her characters. It's healthy to work through arguments and disagreements. No way, right? You shouldn't make a Google Doc on Twitter and then just tweet at somebody about it whenever anything happens. That's crazy. You're telling me you should just talk to somebody? Wow, I wouldn't have thought of that. But yeah, she loves to cook and she loves to eat. It's also kind of similar, I feel like, with the very realistic type of romance. I feel like whenever I consume romance or slice of life media, I prefer it to feel a little bit more realistic, just because, I don't know, sometimes unrealistic romance is fun, but it's gotta be because of like a fantasy element or something, because then it gets kind of annoying, you know? Yeah, it's like how musicians will point out when actors don't play correct notes, etc. Yeah, but then it's like, hey, if you're gonna make a movie about a musician, you should probably figure out like at least what they're talking about should make sense, right? I appreciate it when I see creators put love and care into like the things that they're talking about. Yeah, that's why I loved Makine. Makine was also really good. Ugh, I need to finish it. I've only seen the first like 4 episodes because I was watching it when it was airing, I think. Yeah, but I should totally finish that. Like, how many years have people been holding a controller? Right, to use it wrong in all media? Yo, there was an Apple ad, like, I think 2 years ago, and they showed, like, someone playing Genshin on an iPad, and they're using an Electro character, like Raiden, to fight the Thunderbird, who is Electro, like, and does not take any electro damage, so she's doing like negative damage, and they're like playing it like she's like a cool gamer, like that's how the commercial is shot. And it's like, I understand, maybe because purple and purple, yeah, it feels very cohesive, but that's not that's not how you play the game at all. Oh man, it just feels so stupid when people are, I don't know, doing stuff like that. Yeah, okay. Here is another art book. This is the Yoasobi artist. I guess if she seems familiar by the art cover. She's done a lot of Yoasobi like music videos and stuff like that, which is why I got her art book. I love Yoasobi. I love like this very interesting type of like painterly style as well. So that's why I got this art book. She has a lot of like direct like screen caps from the MVs and stuff, which was really cool, and like her sketches. I think it's really cool to see that she has kind of different styles. Like, see, you can recognize this from Yoru ni Kakeru. Yoru ni Kakeru, Yoasobi. Very cool art style. Yeah, this is like the storyboards for it. Also, Yozora, how you doing? Are you gonna pick up watercolor? Oh, I was like, what is watercolor? Oh, watercolor. I have done watercolor in the past, but it's honestly my least favorite medium. One of my least favorite mediums. I don't mind it, but I prefer like wash and acrylic and oils. I think my favorite medium in terms of paint, I like gouache the most. because I like a very matte finish. Like this, I assume is, I mean, this is digital, I think, but to get this type of painterly texture, you can do this with gouache. Yeah, I love the colors that she chooses to use, especially for the people, because they're never really just like, their skin is never just a regular, very generic color. I think she plays with lighting a lot, with colors a lot, which is really cool. But yeah, I think it's interesting to think about how people pick people for like MVs and stuff. This is from Omoi no Take, which is also another really nice song. Yeah, a lot of cool MVs. A lot of like her drawings are very emotional. It feels very emotional. This is for Heisei Jump, which was actually Heisei Jump is growing up one of my childhood friends' favorite J-pop bands. She used to be obsessed with Heisei Jump. Like this is before I was a weeb, and she used to tell me that she needed to celebrate like Heisei Jump, like her favorite member's birthday, and I would be like, what? What? She'd like buy a cupcake from 7-Eleven. Well, she's Japanese, so she was more into the band and that kind of culture. But I was kind of like removed. This is pre-weeb, and I was like, you're going to buy a cake to celebrate your Oshi's birthday? Now I'm like, I totally get it. I totally get it. Yeah, also I love that they have like different textures and print with these art books. Like she has like a little mini like comic, a dojin in the middle that's connected. I don't know, it's just like cool. Like even when you're flipping through it to just like touch the different textures. It's just like this is weird. It's just like so cool. Like what? You know, this is definitely like not used in Your Ni Kakeru, but it's the same characters. But yeah, it goes from like line art, very like simple line art to like these very complex paintings, which is very interesting for an art book, I think. Yeah. May I suggest you add Repo to your League friendship proposal? I did see you suggested Repo in the suggestions. I do want to play Repo, but oh, also this is for Blue Period. No, not Blue Period. What's the song called? But it was a song based off of Blue Period. I forgot what it's called. It's the cover. Forget. But also Yosobi. I I wanted to play Repo, but I've been told that it's very nausea-inducing, so I'm a little scared. And I need to make sure that people would be willing to play with me because I don't know, as much as I love a funny, funky little game that you can play with a bunch of friends, I feel like I keep buying these $20 games and then nobody plays with me or I play it once and I'm always like, oh, it feels like I should just buy games that I would play more long term. That's why I haven't jumped on Repo yet. But I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I think it would be fun. Yeah, Repo's the rage for VTuber collabs. But that's the thing, like it always is. It goes from Phasmo to Fall Guys to Among Us to what was the last one that we played? Not content warning. Not Limbus. Limbus? No, Lethal Company, Lethal Company. Have a good one, Roar. Thanks for dropping by. And now Repo. So I'm like, I don't know. Do I want? This piece also reminds me of I think she would have been a Yume Joshi, but I think in the cases of like, you know, the Chinese like Chinese yaoi, do you know what I'm talking about? Like the ones where it's like TCG like Tianguan Sifu and stuff like that, like the animes and not animes, like light novels and stuff, where it's like just two dudes yearning for a lifetime and they like literally belong together, that kind of vibe. I feel like then she would be a Fujoshi. But I feel like I'm a little bit more of an unhinged Fujoshi. Like two characters could like breathe next to each other and I could be like, I can envision their children. Like I can see their future. You don't understand. Their chemistry is there. Like I see it. But I also Yume, but I feel like I don't Yume that much. I mostly Yume when it's intended. Like I Yume mostly for otome games. Like even as much as I appreciate Jinshi, I really ship Jinshi and Mamo, you know? Yeah, it's really interesting to see how the art style here differs from the art style in the anime. I think the art style here feels more like watercolory, more painterly, and it gives it a different feel. It makes it feel like more ancient Chinese watercolor kind of vibe, almost like their light novel covers or something, which is very cool. But yeah, I wonder if these were like the character like sheets as well. Like I know these are technically character sheets, but I wonder if these are part of the official ones for the animators and stuff to see. But yeah, like this is what I mean by like getting to see images of the characters outside of the anime or the manga makes me feel like I'm seeing a glimpse into their life. I feel like a lot of art books get to give me that feeling. Very cool, very cool. Ooh, this scene. Okay. Spoilers, I guess. One of my friends is making this for me. We went and we bought silk, and it was very pretty and very soft. And Mama cosplay coming up. Anyways, forward we go. Frog scene. Frig. I love frogs. Also, I like that there's a episode in the latest season is Mau Mau and Mau Mau. So cute. He looks like a frog here. Frog energy. Oh, also happy Dragon Boat Festival, belated, I guess, to everyone who celebrates. They're eating zhongzi or zhong. In this picture, they're like steamed glutinous rice balls with like meat and like egg yolk and like other stuff wrapped inside, and it's usually steamed in these little like wrapped in like leaves. But yeah, they're really good. Did you eat your Joneses? I did. I had some with like egg yolk and like pork belly and stuff in it. It's really good. I actually still have 2 in the fridge that I did not eat yet, but I will get to. Whoa. Oh, a postcard. I've eaten too many this week alone. I usually don't get to celebrate because I only get to celebrate if I remember, you know, because I'm making them. But in the past, my mom or my neighbor has always like given us Jones and stuff, or my grandma, and we'll eat them together. But now that I'm here alone, I have to remember and I have to make it. But this year, I managed to remember. Oh yes, and also happy Pride! Yes, this again, I can't, if anyone is wondering, this is an LGBTQ safe place. It's in the tags, it's in the rules. Also, I'm gay. Well, I'm bi, so there's that too. So also Mia is Jinshi and you is Mama. Oh my god. Dude, I need to do a cosplay with Mio. But I need to decide what series that we want to do. I need to decide what series. I feel like we don't have a huge overlap in series that we really like. I think because she gravitates more towards a lot of cute girls, like cute or cool girl characters and stuff. And for me, I have to like the media for me to want to cosplay something. Like for her, it's more about the design and the look and feel of the character and what they're like. But I have to be really, really invested in a series for me to want to cosplay a character. So for me, it's more about like how much I love a series. Yeah. Do you like Blue Lock? It's okay. I don't know. I watched like 5 episodes and I feel like I should give it more of a chance, but I watched it because the character Nico is voiced by Hanae Natsuki, and it was pretty good, but it was kind of not about soccer, and I was I was expecting like a sports anime, and it's not a sports anime. It's more about how crazy they are, I feel like. But yeah, she definitely has been getting into Blue Lock a lot lately. Wait, this one is so good. It's the quack doctor. I've also never cosplayed dudes before, but maybe that would be cool. Cosplaying a dude. All by yourself? Hey! Want to make one for dinner? Maybe I'll make some for dinner too. Oh, I was gonna stream until later. Well, actually, my plan is I'm probably gonna end around like 6:30, 7-ish. The plan because I'm going to go watch Sinners tonight, which I'm really excited about. But I do really like their dynamic. I think it's really interesting that sometimes people read Jinshi as like too aggressive or like not appropriately acting towards Mao Mao. I feel like people kind of forget like how people interacted in the past. Not saying that it excuses aggressive behavior, but you can tell that like they are reading each other's body language, each other's like cues and like the social cues in general. I feel like whenever I watch a lot of older like romance stories, I wonder if it's because people do not get the opportunity to interact like in an offline setting or online setting, like not in person, that they just end up being so much more provocative or like aggressive, I think, in approaching people. I don't know. That's just a theory. But also yeah, time period, classism, hierarchy, there's so much to it. Yeah, so much of the problems in the J Palace are because of these things. I'm really, really glad that I feel like they play with that like hierarchy and classism and everything very well. Like Mama is such a well-written character because she's so aware of her place in society and her place within like the class hierarchy and stuff like that. And she knows how to behave in certain situations, but that doesn't make her a weak character. And I feel like a lot of people mistake that. Like, why aren't you speaking up at every opportunity? Why aren't you standing up for yourself? And I think people don't consider the nuances to a lot of these things? Yeah. Ooh, hair down, hair down. Very nice. Called playing the long game. Yeah, exactly. Also pretty privileged and she gets away with it. Yeah. But I mean like if somebody's a prince, or like of a royal status or even just any class higher than a literal servant, you're used to getting things your way. I would say already that this is very uh not passive, but pretty like he's holding himself back, you can tell he's holding himself back. I mean, eunuch, yeah, royal, like the anything that's not a servant, yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, this is very random find. Look, oh my god, their Christmas outfits, so cute. I found this randomly at a bookstore when I was going home, like in a train station, and it was not even the train station that I was stopping at. Look at their all AU designs, alternate universe. Oh my god, so cute. I love. Prince Eunuch? No, he's actually a waiter or a pilot. Yeah, and then these are some other bonus ones. Apothecary Diaries is so freaking good. Please watch Apothecary Diaries. Solid art book. I was choosing between this art book and a Haikyuu one, but the Haikyuu one was kind of expensive as well and very heavy. So I was like, all right, we'll go with this one this time. And I'm really glad. Yeah, Black butlered up. That's funny. All right. Um, let me see. Wait, I'm gonna go pee before I show you the next art book, but I will bring it on screen. Let me grab it because it's kind of a big one. Oh, oh my god, it's huge. Ugh. Good thing you got it before the tariffs. No, the tariffs don't affect. The tariffs don't affect that purchase because I bought it when I was in Hong Kong. So like, there's no tariffs there. And then when I brought it here, I brought it with my suitcase, so it's fine. Can you put a poll of whether you wash your hands or not? Hey, the answer is yes, but sure, I will do that. This is the next art book. Hey, I'm back. I also got some coconut water that I'm going to put somewhere. Oh, put here. Alright. What? Who? Did anyone vote for the fact that I washed my hands? Did anyone vote this? No, but not a single person voted for me having washed my hands. Do you only like stinky streamers, guys? What is up with you? Stinky streamers only? Huh? Huh? Okay. Alright. Let me take a sip and then we'll walk through this one. Okay. Video game atlas. Mapping interactive worlds. This is so interesting. Can I even open this? Let's see. I gotta move some stuff out of the way. Okay. So this is about several video game worlds, and it's not just one. Oh wait, can I zoom out? Yeah, I can. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Um, and it's more about like how these worlds have been mapped out, I guess. Um, yeah, this one, for example, Dark Souls. This is Katamari Damacy, Death Stranding, previous page. Oh, this is Death Stranding. Katamari. Dark Souls. So these are the games that are in this book. Assassin's Creed, City Skyline, Dark Souls, Death Stranding, Dwarf Fortress, Final Fantasy, and the remake, Fortnite, Katamari Damacy, Minecraft, No Man's Sky, Persona 5, and Stardew Valley. I have only played Katamari, Minecraft, Persona 5, Stardew, and a bit of Assassin's Creed. But, oh, and Fortnite, I guess. But it was really cool looking through it. I have never played Dwarf Fortress. Um, but I got this book mostly because I was really interested in infographics. So a lot of my my professional work in the past, I did a lot of like infographic translation. So translating information into a way where it feels accessible, it feels nice to look at, and it's intuitive, and it doesn't need like someone standing next to your shoulder explaining it. But I've always loved that kind of work because it's very much about communication. It's very much about translation in a way. And so you as a designer are kind of like a looking glass, you know? You're the in between between something, between a light or looking through something. And I think that's really cool. So, Assassin's Creed, Paris becomes a landscape of movement, a compressed city where windows are doors, rooftops are pathways, and gathered crowds create new urban territories. I also think it's really cool how this book itself is laid out. I love, like, looks, like, you know, showing the diagrams, the monument, viewpoints. It's so detailed the way it breaks it down. I'm always, like, wondering, like, how did they even get, like, this information? You know, this is like the inside of the monastery at 250%. So interesting. I'm going to go a little fast because this is kind of a big boy book, but very cool seeing like how these things are translated, crowds, people, and like cities, skyline. I don't know what this is actually. Cities and skylines. Skylines are enabling new urban forms through tens of thousands of homebrewed modifications, from practical to fantastical. Fluxburg, one of the most popular pre-made saves that players can download from Steam Workshop. Fluxburg. Is this game, I assume, kind of sandboxy in a way? Augmented you know, by walking, I think. That's like the premise. Floor topology, like this is like the shelter stuff where you're delivering things, I think. Like I remember Pecora just standing like right here in one of them. It's official, VTubers are real. This is why you're good in social situations, because you have genuine interest and enthusiasm about other passions. Thank you, it means a lot, because I'm always like, I just be yapping, guys. And I don't know if you guys find this interesting or not, but I don't know. I think you're right. I think I like that there are a lot of random things that I like. And whether or not people are interested, I hope they're at least interested in me giving them a TLDR about it, because it's something that I'm interested in, you know? Because I always enjoy it when other people do that to me. Like talking to me about keyboards or certain games that I have zero knowledge about, or even just like someone talking to me about architecture when I have like no architecture background or whatever. I think it's really interesting. It's like, wow, you guys know stuff that I don't, and this is what you guys are really passionate about, so I want to hear you talking about it. Yeah, very cool. I watched someone play it and they love it. Oh, I just like paused my music. And they love it, but I didn't get it. Yes, lots of walking and making routes. Interesting. So it's like a story told via walking around, and there's not that much like fighting-ish, I guess. Honestly, that sounds like a game that I would be into. Walking around. Honestly, I played Genshin like a walking simulator. The dystopian rotting pizza of Midgar appears in 2 games made decades apart. It's a city that emphasizes technology, both in Mako infrastructure underpinning its design and its evolution of the game tools used to create it. I think it's also interesting in these books that because they're analyzing like these cities almost as if they are analyzing them as an urban planning book would, they also take in consideration like why certain things are the way that they are. Like, oh, this city infrastructure is the way that it is because it's a combination of older technologies and newer technologies. And despite it being fantasy, like, it's cool that you can figure out how much love and care that creators have poured into their art for it to make sense. And like, this is the evidence. Like, people are able to actually analyze it on a scale like this. I've always wanted to kind of like get into game design and development, but I think that's just beyond my brain capacity, unfortunately. I feel like that's not really where my brain is accelerated or what it's for, but that's okay. I can appreciate, you know? Yeah. There's monsters, but you get story from point to point as you get new missions and stuff. Oh, I see. You might like it. It's weird, and you like weird. Interesting. You can do it. Just depends on how complex a game you want. Yeah, because my friend was telling me, he was like, I don't know anything about Death Stranding. Because I was like, oh, Pecora's in Death Stranding. He's like, I don't know anything about it, but I saw a gameplay like video of it, and it was just somebody walking for like 20 minutes, and nothing happened except them walking. And I was like, oh, huh. The island of Fortnite is one of the most consistently revised environments in gaming, terraformed, flooded, and overturned by its creators while being perpetually reshaped by its players. It's also interesting that like it dives into like landscapes of lore, like how the landscape itself can tell stories, what is interactive, what players can do to the landscapes itself and stuff. But yeah, I mean, this is Fortnite, but doesn't really feel like Fortnite. Dusty Divot. Biome maps. Asteroids is a simple coding project. Yeah, but I think maybe the best way to put it is maybe my passion is not there. Like, I love playing games and I love appreciating games, but I feel like there's certain things where, like, for example, like design, I'm like, oh, I want to get in there and I want to do it myself. even this, I'm like, I would love to work on a project like this. But then actually coding a game, sure, like doing coding for simple games is doable, but is it something that I would want to do? Because it's kind of, I don't know, it feels like there's a lot that I would want to do, but to get to that level, it takes a lot more passion and discipline than I have. This is also really interesting. Tilted towers. This is like little text as well. Players attach names to buildings that relate to the physical characteristics as a more efficient way of communicating with one another during the combat. I noticed this a lot in a lot of FPS games that people make up like, it's like, oh, window, whatever. Oh, this, oh, heaven, oh, whatever. Oh, what is this one? Twin tower apartment, brick house, stuff like that. I'm trying to move it so I can put this book down, but okay. To move my keyboard. Oh, don't spill. Okay, okay, okay. Callouts are important. True, true, true. I have no passion, so I get you. See, like certain things, I'm like, I don't feel like I have the passion to approach it. It's a hard industry to break through. Katamari! It gets popular because people just want to get better, so you mimic what high-level people do, and unique calls for quick and effective communication. That makes sense. Katamari Damacy's world appears to be a messy and illogical one, assembled from thousands of everyday objects spinning around a giant ball, yet beneath the chaos lies a complex spatial choreography. Like, that's such a beautiful way of putting it. Everything that feels chaotic and unplanned, a lot of times in creations like games, they are planned. Like literally having like charting and expanding floor territories at different levels being placed within the same house, right? Like clearly there's a plan for everything that they do. Different urban configurations. Katamari. Buildings with bottlenecks associated with a particular diameter that the Katamari must reach before it can uproot each architectural feature. Oh, this makes me want to play Katamari now. Analyzing the relationship between the Katamari and its surrounding environment as it gets bigger within the game. It goes from this, and then objects get attached to it. The different Katamari material studies. Understanding of the Katamari. It really has to be because programming, well now with AI, who knows? Oh, don't say that. Even with AI within programming, I feel like AI has already been a huge like assistant, but I still believe that it can only go so far, you know? It can only take what is the most average and give you a result of the most average. If you want something that is not the most average thing out there, unfortunately for you, you're not going to find that with AI. Minecraft! We love Minecraft. This is so interesting because when I first got this book, I was like, if it's gonna talk about Minecraft, how are you gonna do that? Because it's a sandbox game. Yeah, it's like every world is different, and also it possesses their own culture, lore, and architectural styles depending on what type of maps that you have within Minecraft. But look, they showed this is several vanilla ones, and like different like spawns of like I guess the different textures, you know, trees, water, that kind of thing. But this is 2B2T, which is so cool that I'm like, wow, this is just like in a book. 2B2T, the Wild West of the internet. If you guys don't know what 2B2T, it is a server called 2 Builders, 2 Tools, and it's an unregulated anarchy server where there's like no rules or anything, and it's infamously known to be hard to survive because you don't really have much and everyone is destroying and griefing and doing all these things. But it's really interesting to see that it has survived for so long that there's actually a YouTube series called, I forgot what it's called, but if you search up like 2B2T, you can see a lot of it where they talk about how they're going through it almost like they were a war journalist. Like they go through certain parts of 2B2T and they're like, this is where the infamous whatever battle happened. This is where whatever happened. This is whatever whatever. It's so interesting. I'm like, you're literally documenting it like an actual like event, which I guess it is because they are still people, you know. And like lava casting, that's what people do for towers. Like just having these types of like methods come about because of what it is. 11 plus years, this much data, this many visitors, crazy, you know. TBTT just proves how people yearn for the purge IRL. Very true, very true. Oh, and I love seeing this. Feels familiar, but not at the same time. Just like the breakdown of like how Minecraft physics works for like water, but also for lava. Super cool. Windcraft server, different areas broken down with like resource type and quantity. But yeah, this is a stark contrast to the uncontrollable anarchy of 2v2t. This is more like an extremely structured RPG environment for Minecraft where everything is broken apart and you can basically go into it like it's already a functioning world or a city. And they already have like housing islands, access by hot air balloons and stuff. Very interesting. Windcraft. And then now Hypixel's lobby space. A labyrinth of lobbies. I know a lot of people have played Hypixel games before, or just like gone and just played like, it's like a game within a game type server, you know? Yeah. Hi Silent Fish, how you doing? We're going through some art books today, and this is Video Game Atlas, Mapping Interactive Worlds. How interactive worlds are mapped out into very infographic style. But yeah, No Man's Sky, 255 galaxies, 18.4 times 10 to the 18th power planets. What? I've never played. Vending machine breakdown! Very cool. Yongen Jaya's laundromat and bathhouse. That's like where we can go in and visit. The subway map of Tokyo. But yeah, 9 months, 260 days, 344 activity slots. Take your time. This is like how long it takes, I guess, to go through. LeBlanc, Joker's home, coffee and curry. Seeing what it looks like on the inside, the hideouts, the spaces. This is what's inside the cafe. The palace exteriors. Yeah, very cool. Places where you can battle. Stardew Valley! I think this is the last one. In Stardew Valley, we encounter a landscape to be nurtured, square by square. With its gentle lessons in labor, the world demonstrates the value of time and the impact of bypassing it with automated production. This is, yeah, your farm versus like the town. But you can also pick your own map, yeah, depending on... There's like different versions, I think, different environments. But the inside generally looks the same. The layouts of inside of your Stardew home, the passing of time tracked like this. Stardew Valley operates on a timescale of 1 to 327th of reality. And this diagram demonstrates that days are compressed to 20 hours and years become 16 weeks long, split rigidly into 4 seasons. Very cool. The different plots and how it can be seen like this. The design of bee house formations. This is at the most optimal levels. Several types of automated machines created through modding as well. Yeah. Farming. Magical harvesting. The homestead. Different formations and different houses that you can buy from Robin. What is this? Unique floor layouts of the mines. Oh, interesting. Demonstrating the random generation of entry points into the floor below. These floor topologies repeat as the player descends further. Interesting. So it's really just a combination of generative maps, but mostly they look like this. It starts repeating at a certain point. Cool. Social, 12 marriage candidates, 2,500 friendship points, 5 universally loved items. This is like the diagram of villager gifting stuff, the friendship mechanics in the game. I think it's so cool seeing stuff laid out like this. Yeah, that's it. That is it for this book. Assassin's Creed, City Skyline, Dark Souls, Death Stranding, Dwarf Fortress, Final Fantasy, Fortnite, Katamari, Minecraft, No Man's Sky, Persona 5, and Stardew Valley. Very cool! This was by far the nerdiest art book that I have. Definitely more nerdy than it is artsy, but one of the coolest things I own, I think. And I just love their selection of the games that they showcase as well. Okay, the other books that I have now, hold on, let me grab the one I dropped. The ones that I have now to show are actually less artsy. They are more just kind of manga that I like. Let me shift my... Oops, you did not see that. No thighs for free. Okay. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Wait. I want to do a different playlist too. Which one is this? Okay. Okay. Uh, the rest of the books that I have are, yeah, a little less artsy, but still books that have inspired me, and also kind of recent manga that I've been looking at. So the first one that I have is these. Play It Cool Guys. I really like this series because it's really about just dudes doing dumb things. It kind of gives me the vibes of daily lives of high school boys, but a little less degenerate and a little more dorky. And they're just kind of dumb. They keep doing dumb things. But I like the art style a lot. See? It's just like guys who are cool and handsome, but just a tiny bit clumsy. Forgot his wallet. Did not plug in his Bluetooth. Oh right, I'm wearing contacts today even though he's reaching for his glasses. Didn't realize the straw's bendy and he flipped it the way. Good. This is a anime that is airing right now, I think. But I bought this a while ago because I was like, cheapow, Kowloon, alright. So I got it. The first page is colored as well, but it's about a romance story that happens in like the Kowloon walled city, and it features this girl who is very hot. She likes to eat watermelon and smoke out on her balcony. It's very romanticized in a way that I really like, and the characters are quite interesting. Yeah, I love anything that features Kowloon walled cities, but I also love like the clothing and the like gate design, like environment design in this, because it screams Hong Kong, and I love it. Like, it just reminds me of Hong Kong. Like, I feel like when I was reading this, I could smell it. I don't know how to explain it, but I could smell it, you know? Like, the food, the city streets, the little corners, the little alleyways, and the gates, the rusty gates, the old mailboxes. Like, I really feel like I could feel like I was in the world. But it's also an old bygone era of Hong Kong. Like a nostalgia that almost everyone can relate to in a weird way. I don't know why, but like, yeah, seeing the plane, it used to fly right above Hong Kong like this because the strip was really, really close to a certain area of Kowloon. They stopped doing that because it's very dangerous and very disruptive, but it's so romantic in a way to see something like that happen in between such busy like skylines with like, you know, the signage and everything. It's like that film noir Gotham feeling. Yeah. And recently I started watching a lot of Wong Kar-wai films. I kind of was expecting it to just be like film pretentious and like snobby-ish, because I feel like that happens a lot where a film is very pretentious and just looks good and everyone's like, it's a classic, it's so good, and you watch it and you're kind of like, oh, I guess it's a classic. But no, I genuinely loved it. It was so good. I really recommend, if you guys like aesthetics, if you guys like a nice slow burn slice of life, it feels like that. If there's such chaotic types of romance in his films that are presented, I don't know how people can only just see the aesthetics of it and view it as like something that's pretty and cool, because a lot of the relationships and romance that happen in the Wong Kar-wai movies are so, I don't want to say degenerate, but it's just like so crazy. Like it's not normal, I guess. Like there's like there's like a romance that feels almost stalkerish. There's a romance that borderlines on like a broken marriage or cheating, or like there's just so much like nitty-gritty, unpretty sides of romance in contrast to such beautiful romantic aesthetics. I think that's what makes it so interesting and so good for me. So if you guys have not seen Wong Kar-wai, those are, I guess, one of the some of the most famous films to come out of Hong Kong. Yeah. Are we getting a ZZ stream soon? Yes, of course! I'm doing an all-day ZZ day on Thursday, and then I think I'll be playing more ZZ on Sunday as well. Hoi, I Bean. This is Kowloon Generic Romance. It is airing right now. But yeah, I love the urban melancholy vibe. It's so unhealthily attractive. That's exactly what it is. Unhealthily attractive. Like, you have to understand that it's romanticized. If you take a good thing and then you make it romanticized, it's not really romanticized, I feel like. It's just romantic, you know? Like, that's just a good romantic relationship. But when you take something that is not great, not healthy, not normal, and it's so chaotic and crazy and ugly, but then you make it into this beautiful thing, you can kind of see it from a different angle for the first time, and I think that's what makes it so interesting. It doesn't justify it, it doesn't say it's okay, it doesn't like glorify it, but it allows you to sneak a peek into kind of like this world that you're not a part of, which is why I love the Wong Kar-wai films, and why I thought this book was really interesting. But yeah, it's airing right now. I think there's only like 6 episodes out or something, but it's a mix between the old Kowloon walled city aesthetic, but also I think there's like a sci-fi twist. I only have the first book, so all I know is that her memories are not what it seems to be. But also she's just a classic beauty in a way. Whoa. And I think that part of it also adds a quite unique charm. She's not your typical, very cool, pretty protagonist. She kind of is just, has her own womanly charm, I guess. But yeah, very cool. Um, you're from Hong Kong? How's your English so good? I'm gonna ban you, Smudge. Somebody said I had a Cali girl. I sound like a Cali girl. Unfortunately, I am not from California. Or I guess not unfortunately or fortunately, but I'm not a Cali girl. But I guess I kind of sound like one sometimes. Um, my other manga. This is kind of a recommendation. But I'm just showing you guys art and stuff that inspire me. For some reason, I just love Sergeant Frog. If you guys don't know what this is, if you guys don't, oh wait, you sound like Callie. Oh, not Callie girl, like like Mori Calliope Callie. Interesting. I've not gotten that before. Maybe because when I feel like my voice is just kind of low register in comparison to a lot of VTubers. Perhaps that is it. But I just love a very like the girl designs in Sergeant Frog feel very like 90s, and I love like her little pigtails, that kind of feel, her leg warmers and like stuff like that, like very gyaru feeling, these types of characters. But also, if you guys don't know what Sergeant Frog is, it's about a frog that decided to come to Earth to take over, and he drives this like giant mech, but then because he comes to Earth Kind of like how Stephen Hawking didn't want to replace his voice because he came to associate himself with it, even though more advanced natural voices were available. Wow, I love that. I love that actually. Thank you for saying that. I really like that. Where's Marius? I got you. I got you. always inspiring, you know, not it does not have anything to do with art books or design, but always inspiring, you know? Wait, on the topic, I have to show you this next art book, which I did buy actually at like a Japanese bookstore, but I had to show you guys. Because this is so crazy. This is Hanai Natsuki's book of his cats. Which I think I showed you before, or talked to you guys about. Look at him! That's him! Hanai Natsuki. So my friend grabbed this from the bookshelf when we were in Akino, and he was looking through the books at the book, and he was like, "Oh my god, look, a cute cat!" And he was literally just looking through it, and I peeked over his shoulder, and I was like, "That looks like Hanai Natsuki's cat," but I feel like I'm insane if I say that. And he was like, "What?" And then he flipped to the cover. I was like, "Oh my god, that's him!" Oh my god. That was very funny. Bro could hear Hanai Natsuki breathe and recognize it. I don't know how I recognized his cats, but he does. I mean, his profile picture is his cat. His cats are very cute. This is Miso. This is Kanpei. Miso and Kanpei, very cute. Look at them. So now I have a book of his cats. But they're so cute. They're so cute. Fur is hard to draw, it is. Look at these guys. They're so funny. Also, like, I think that this is part of why I like Hanai Natsuki. It's like, I think when you're a celebrity, you should use your powers for good. I think you should do shit like publish a book of your cats and make people guess who is Kanpei and who is Miso. I feel like these are things that you should be doing with your fame, you know? Like, you should be making your fans guess who is Kanpei and who is Miso based off of their tail and their little paws. I think that's what you should be doing as a celebrity, you know? Kanpei and Miso, these are some spoiled cats. All cats are beautiful, special, and unique. I agree! Which is why I think if you are ever given the opportunity to make an art book of your cats, you should. I think that's... Look. Amazing. Amazing! When you get a second cat so you can guess who is Swoosh and who is second cat, what if it's a black cat and a completely different colored cat? That's not gonna be very hard to guess. I do want a second cat. I want a Swoosh brother. But I don't know. I have no money. Smoosh needs his treats and stuff. This is so cute. It's not so cute. What happens when he gets new cast? Does he publish edition 2? He should. He should. Look, it's just him running. He should. He should. He has a lot of videos actually of just like his cats and stuff. He makes vlogs of his cats on his gaming channel. And I love that he just makes content about games and then his cats. Like, yeah, that's great. That's exactly the content that I want to see. This is so funny. Like, look at them. Look at them. They're just so cute. They're so cute. Oh. But yeah, trying to explain to my friends, I'm like, yeah, this is like my normie friends. Yeah, so this is a book that I bought because I really like this voice actor because he plays games and he's a voice actor and I recognize his cat, so I bought a cat book from him. And then my normie friends were like, what? I mean, I guess it's nice that you got a cat book. One time I sent Umi a reel of a goat screaming, and she said, "That's Aaron Yeager." It was Kajiyuki! It was Kajiyuki's scream! And it was the Eren Yeager scream, okay? This is a complete useless superpower. I don't know why I have this. And of course, we're bringing it back with books that are actually inspiring in terms of art and design. We watched this on Discord last week for movie night, but yeah, I love both the manga version and also the movie version. I think they feel different to me, but in good ways. I think that every translation of media, when it goes from like a manga to a movie or an animated like format or whatever, I think they need to have like they need to take it a step further and actually put in the effort to adapt it to the medium instead of just, you know, exactly copying frame for frame, because then it just feels like a PowerPoint. Like, I don't want to just see the manga panels on screen and then you just put some voices over it. Like, I want to see you adapt it to the screen and adapt the same feeling across. Like, when I go from this page, seeing her walk, her run, and then her feel like this in what I would assume is just like unexpressible bliss, and that's why she's feeling this way. And then running straight home, seeing the water on the floor because she's just so excited to start drawing again. Like, I want to see that translated into a screen. I want to see that in the music, in the pacing, in the animation. I don't want to just see the manga panels again, you know? And I think the movie does a really great job of doing that. Um, yeah. I will always praise media when it does adaptations really well, but I think that's why I'm such an adaptation hater. Because a lot of times, especially when things are translated to live action, I feel like they just focus on making things realistic and they take away what was supposed to be expressed in the first place. Like the main reason why I love this series, why I love this scene. So many times when they translate it into live action, it gets lost in translation. They take away that aspect, which is very frustrating because in order to prioritize realism, they completely miss the plot, you know? They miss the main thing, the core thing about what makes this media good. Yeah. I love Look Back. Everyone should watch Ari Look Back. It's a very good book. Yeah. Yeah. Send Umi a threatening video as a prank. What? She recognizes your voice through every filter applied. Replies with your full name and address. And which of your cats has a thinner tail? Exactly, guys. I I don't know. I can only recognize voice actors, though. Since you mentioned live action adaptation, we should have a Lilo and Stitch movie night so we don't watch the new one. Oh, true! I would love to watch the classics. The new one makes me mad. I don't want to watch it. I don't even want to support it. It makes me so mad. It literally, they didn't even subtly do it. They completely changed the story so then they could fit their narrative of, having Disney resort on Hawaii, whatever. Like, that's what they're trying to sell, and it pisses me off. Ugh. and everything, but it's in a manga format, and I still I took it off recently because it fell off my bag. Usually I keep it on my bag, but it's out of battery right now, so it's dead. But it's pretty recent. It's like one of the recent Tamagotchis. I bought it, I think, last year because one of my friends was like, I want to get a Tamagotchi. You should get one too. And I was like, oh, well, sure, I guess. I already have one, so yeah. I have doubts about Chinese makeup, especially watching The Pit. What is The Pit? I do think that, like, you know, generalizations of entire, I don't know. I have a lot to think and say about people's I guess perception of Chinese makeup and stuff. I feel like a lot of it is, um hold on. I need to put in some music. I feel like a lot of it comes from xenophobia. Like, I understand that Temu and Shein exists, but you gotta understand, if a place is able to have production for so many things, they gotta have like higher end things that you can buy as well. And I feel like people don't realize that. They always associate, especially like Chinese products, with things that are just not well made or things that are like cheaper. But just like how you can buy cheap products from anywhere, you can also buy luxury products from places, you know? But yeah, there's definitely different categories. So I would say, like, don't buy makeup from brands that you don't really know. But I really like this brand. It's called Flower Nose, and they're really famous for putting a lot of effort into their designs, their packaging, and their themes. But also their makeup is pretty good. I like the quality of their makeup, and I've tried a lot of their things before. I also really like Judy Doll. That's also a really famous makeup brand. They actually, oh, wait, I will show you my Judy Doll makeup stuff. Give me a second. Let me find a playlist first. Where is, okay. Also, Kako Research, hello. How are you doing? Am I gonna be able to find it? Okay, there we go. Okay, all right. It's a new medical ER show. Oh, aiming to be the most realistic medical show ever. Oh, I feel like you guys have mentioned this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The 24 style season set in one day. Yeah, yeah, I remember you mentioned this. Yeah. Chinese makeup is so pretty. The style of makeup that's popular with Chinese models that I've seen at least. Yeah, like the Douyin makeup style is really popular. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. It's like how you can buy makeup from the dollar store here too, and it's all waxes. Yeah, exactly. Like, I wouldn't trust the little Barbie, like the fake makeup stuff. Like, don't do that. But if you're buying from like a nice company, yeah, you should do your research. You can always get like bad makeup. Um, so I would recommend anything that goes on your face, eyes, or anything at all, like just skin at all. Make sure that you know where it's from, or else it's not gonna be a fun experience. Oh my god, I'm dropping a bunch of stuff. Okay, I need to show you guys. This is a crazy purchase that I made. Oh my god, like shit. You guys don't know how messy my desk is off stream, and I'm glad. Let's have it stay that way. Okay, wait. I don't know where my Marius one is though. This is my nasty makeup bag. That's not even the thing I wanted to bring out. Okay. Um, Let me show you guys. This is the makeup that I got from the Judy Doll Tears of Themis collab. That's the official collab that they were doing. And actually, my cousin Mio, who's a cosplayer, you should you should follow her on TikTok and Instagram. It's mio.cosplay or Mio cosplay, or Mimio cosplay on TikTok. And she got this for me because I did not know how to order from Taobao, but look at this. It comes with a card, a little cushion, and it has. I didn't even open these yet because I felt bad opening it. So I've only used. Wait, I need to show you guys. I've only used my favorite guy, Marius. All of his stuff is gone. Ah, that's this way. This is not even part of this. Nor is this. Okay. This one, and then this, and then I already took out the lip thing. And look how much of this I've used. Every time I use this, and my cousin, she sees, I call her, and then she sees that I'm wearing this. She's like, "Are you wearing your husband's makeup palette again?" And I'm like, "Yeah." uh, this is the. Where's the card? I don't know where the Marius card went, but I started cosplaying you, so adorable. Yeah, she's so sweet. If you guys go on my Twitter, she has a cosplay of me on there. Or if you go on TikTok, I'm on there. But yeah, she got me this. And so I'll show you, I guess we'll do unboxing. Oh my god. Because I didn't even open the rest yet. But this is like a little... Ta-da! I have the Maris one, but I don't know where it went. And it goes on the lip thing. But this is a pretty famous, like, Chinese makeup brand. And also, it's partnered up with a lot of, like, different companies. I feel like if their quality was not safe or good, companies would not want to collab with them. But, yeah, this is... I'm not sponsored. I am just a weeb. I am just a weeb. But, yeah, like, makeup, you know, makeup collaborations? Are you kidding me? It's so freaking cute. I guess we'll do unboxing while we chat. Very cute. I'm gonna throw these boxes away. Artem! This guy is voiced by Suabe Juinchi, which is Sukuna amongst others. He's house husband. Yeah. I have this. Oh, what am I supposed to... Okay. We're doing an unboxing, guys. Hi, Cricket, you made it! Hello, hello. I hope you had a good day at work. We have gone through our art books already this time around, but I'll be doing some more art streams. Right now, I am randomly unboxing my Tears of Themis makeup kits. Oh. It was a day, but like I made it. You made it. You made it. That's what matters. It has been a day, but you made it. Okay, this is so cute, the box. I just noticed that they have the little on the box too. I'm always like, whenever I get stuff like this, I'm always torn because I'm like, I don't want to throw away the boxes because it's so cute, but also it takes up so much freaking space, you know? Also, I appreciate that you guys notice that the stuff on my desk is very on theme. We have my clip, you know, and my Tamagotchi. Just little items on my desk. I've seen this episode of Hoarders already. Oh, dude, I'm actually unironically like a hoarder. I'm just such a sentimental person, you know? Oh, wait, this is kinda... I'm such a sentimental person and I always want to keep things so pretty. I actually did not like the lip thing that much though because it's very matte and I like glossy lip stuff. But let me try. I like glossy lip stuff. I'm also like very cool toned in skin wise. So it's really hard for me to wear makeup that's like warm toned. So if you guys have seen online those like Korean color analysis stuff, first of all, that's kind of bullshit. I can do that for you in like 2 seconds. But also, I guess if you're not very familiar with color theory, oh, I broke the box. If you're not very familiar with color theory and you want to know like what colors would look good on you, I guess that analysis would be good, since you're paying for that color theory knowledge rather than having to learn all the color theory yourself. But generally, if you know your own complexion and if you know like colors well enough, you should be able to tell like if you're a cool tone skin or like more warm toned, and because of that, certain colors will look better on you, whether or not it's makeup or it's um, clothing and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm very cool toned, as you can tell by the freaking literal blue veins because of my pale ass skin. But it doesn't matter or not if you're, it doesn't matter like if you're tan or whatever. It's more about like the tone. So because it's very blue based, like blue based skin, then you would want like cooler tones, like and things that are leaning towards like greens, blues, purples, like that kind of thing. And if you can tell like this versus like technically I shouldn't have bought Artems, but I wanted to because I love Artem. But notice how like the shades of brown are different. Like even though that is brown, this is brown probably mixed with a bit of like greenish tint, and this is more like orange. And you can tell like this is warm like peachy tones, that kind of thing. This is a white, but you can tell it's also leaning towards like a cool toned color. And so this is how you can tell like whether or not certain colors will fit you better. Like because a cool tone color on very warm toned skin will make it look very ashy and pale, and it'll make you look very washed out, almost like sickly. But orangey, like warm tone stuff on very warm skin will make you sorry, on very cool tone skin will literally make you look like a clown. Like when I wear very like orangey tones, it literally makes me look like a clown. It's just so bright looking, orangey looking, but on a very like warm toned skin, because it fits, it doesn't feel off. It doesn't feel like it's bright orange. It feels like it's a nice brown or a nice like subtle shade. So you have to keep that in mind when you guys are picking clothing, picking makeup, that kind of thing. Yeah, the color theory behind these type of things do really matter a lot. Then you just got home, so I need to shower. Yes, I will still be here, I think. Take your time. It's really cute that they gave like little cushions, the matching cushions. I felt I keep all my figurine boxes and it's like stored away collecting dust. But I don't want to throw them away. I agree. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna use this. Unless maybe I move or something, and then I'm like, oh, I should probably, you know, get rid of this. But I don't know, I'm so sentimental. I have like 8 iPhone boxes. Actually, that's not true. I have 2 iPhone boxes because I don't have 8 iPhones. I think I've only had 2 iPhones. I had the iPhone 6, and then I waited like 6 years, and then the iPhone 13 came out, and then I got the iPhone 12, and then that's the one I have now. I just don't really care enough to, you know, buy an iPhone every year or whatever people do. But now that I'm VTubing, it is a little bit more important because I feel like certain things I can't run. But I guess for me, it's more about space. But yeah, see the different types of blush. Look how like orange base this is. I don't know how else to explain it. It's so orangey. But look how pale this is. Or not pale, I guess. But look how cool toned it is. Like these are technically both blushes, but this one you can tell has an orange undertone, and this one has like a purple, light purple undertone. Um, Yeah, because a different shade of pink would not look like this. Like a warmer shade of pink would not look like that. This is so random. Now I'm just talking about makeup and the different color tones, I guess. Oh, okay. Let me take this out and then I'll put it away. Yeah, this is very warm, which means I can never use this. But they're smart. They have two very warm based ones and warm colors, and then two very dark ones, or very cool tone ones. But this was a limited edition collab, and I could not resist. It was very cute. I'm also, like, I've used so much of the Marius one. Okay, I will move these. Oop. Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I'm like, I am no longer showcasing anything. I think that's it. I'm like getting stuff off my desk. Okay. Let me hydrate. Cheers. Nope. Here's some coconut water. Are you doing well? I've been worrying about you. Thank you for worrying about me. But I'm doing okay. I need to stop crashing out. But doing okay, I think. You know, life gets rough, but it's okay. I think I feel very guilty about not doing okay, which makes not doing okay even worse. And then it becomes a repetitive cycle of crashing out and burning out and feeling bad about doing that, and then not resting, but then needing to rest, but then feeling bad about resting. So it's kind of like a cycle kind of thing, but I'm trying to break the cycle. I'm trying really hard to break the cycle. And I think that's been kind of going well. I'm making like small changes here and there. But yeah, I feel like I wish that I was less of a person that isolated myself when I was going through stuff, um, which makes it really hard for me to stream when I'm kind of going through whatever. But I feel like every time I do manage to come back on and I stream and I talk to people, I feel a lot better. So it's really important, I think, to surround yourself with people who are willing to listen, people who are supportive, people who worry about you. I think it's really important. I think it makes a world of a difference. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just had to show my support. You louder, got it? I do feel it when you guys are very supportive. It means the world to me, actually. Yeah, because if it didn't, I think I would have quit a long time ago. I think I do think a lot about all the support that you guys have shown. I think it makes me feel like this is real, you know? VTubers are real. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, it makes me feel like I am doing something okay, if that makes sense. It's hard to tell, I think, whether or not I'm doing well. Um, sometimes, um, yeah. Quit if you want, girl. Look out for number one. All that matters is yourself. That's true. But I do think that, like, part of it is, like, I'm not quitting for myself, you know? Like, I want to continue, but I think the other part of things, especially being an artist or a streamer or whatever I am, I feel like there's a lot of self-confidence that needs to be built over time. And I think there's just, in general, there needs to be a lot more self-confidence, less self-doubt in the things that I do, but it's really, really hard to reach that point. I think that self-confidence probably it comes from a lot of failures, you know? It comes from failing a lot, a lot, a lot until you're like, I can do this because I know, because I've already failed a bunch of times, I've already tried a bunch of times, and I know what I'm doing now. But it's really, really, really hard to not feel down when you're trying and in that process, I think. But it's a good process to be in. I think you learn a lot. Yeah. Self-confidence, girl, I want to be like you. But that's how I feel about so many people around me, right? Like, I don't know. I look at other people and I'm like, I wish I was confident enough to do that. Or I wish that I had more self-confidence in myself to believe that I could do that. And I feel like that's never really gonna go away. I think it really only comes with doing that you can kind of get over that feeling. But it's rough, man. I think self-confidence is a really hard thing to build, and it's a really hard thing to, like, be good at, I think. Like, a lot of people I see who are not great at whatever it is, they're just good at not caring what people think or not caring about what they think, like even themselves, you know? They just want to do something, so they do it, whether or not it's good. And it's like, huh, I feel like I need to have some more of that energy, you know? Also, I just noticed that the eyes are a different texture too. That's crazy. Look at that. I thought that the eye was also like the vinyl, kind of like the face, but it's like shiny. The textures on this figure are crazy. Look at the velvety and then the, yeah, very, very, I think this is very Umicore because of the Gooner nosebleed, right? Very cute, very cute. Hehehe. Pro tip, don't talk about the texture of a girl's eyes. I'm sorry, it should be like the color of your eyes are so mesmerizing. Is it not Riz when I talk about the texture of your eyes? Also, look, it has a different pupil too. I just noticed. This one has like something in it, and then this one doesn't. A bear themed. Very cool. Strikes me as one of those surprisingly expensive figures. You would be surprised. Well, I got this when I was in China actually. So I was in Shenzhen for a bit, and they have a bunch of blind boxes, and this blind box was probably like $10, maybe less. I think it was. No, I think it was like $10. Yeah, it was like $10. But buying a Smisk for context, buying a Smisky in the US is like $10 or $12. This one was $12 because it had this little thing where you can like stick him on something. This one was $12. That's so expensive. This was the same price, which is crazy. But also, like, I bought this when I was in Asia, so I guess that makes sense. But yeah, it was in a blind box, which is cool. I think the other ones actually didn't, like, there are a couple designs that I also really liked, but this is one of the designs that I liked the most. Hehe. 90% of your net worth in Smiskies and Uwu figures. That's where this is what my inheritance is gonna be. My children. This is what you're gonna get. Cost me like $50-$60. That's why you're getting one Christmas present this year. A Smisky? It cost you $50-$60 for a Smisky? That's crazy. Look at his booty though. I think this is worth it. Look at his booty. Isn't this crazy? I need to charge, or I need to get a new battery for my Tamagotchi though. Ah, I was not very good at keeping it alive. I like the back of this though. And I like that this one is the clear one. Doesn't it look so cute? It's very Umicore. Hee. This guy's one of my favorites. Mamechi. Umi Jr. wouldn't want that. You don't know that. I think Umi Jr. would love this. Would love a Tamagotchi. You know? Or a Smisky. Ta-da! Has a little case and everything. Very cute. Also have to show you guys. I bought this also at a train station, and it was like for secondhand anime goods. And I bought this because I'm making a Hanai Natsuki shrine and I don't have anything of Hoshiumi, and I honestly don't really want anything crazy of Hoshiumi. But I need it to complete the shrine. So I bought this little tiny thing because he's tiny. And I was like, this is so cute. It's like not very big, but very cute. I like it. Hoshiumi hater. I'm not even a Hoshiumi hater. I know some real Hoshiumi haters. I'm like, what's the hate about? I like him. He's funny. He does kind of look like a freak, but I feel like that's part of his charm, you know? He literally looks like a freak, though. He looks like a seagull freak. But, I like his voice actor, so what can I say, you know? Hoshiumi? Star Umers? Oh, you're right. Hoshiumi? Hoshiumi. That's me. Very cute. Hair matches too? Oh my god, you're right. You're right. All we're missing is like... Yeah. Looks like a seal freak. I look like a seal freak. It all matches. Do I give off a seal freak vibe? Wait, I have to show you guys this other hair clip that I got though. So I like to pin my bangs up when I'm like doing skincare. Like if I'm doing a mask or I don't know, moisturizing or something, I like to pin my hair up. Look at this clip. I have also been using it in my outfits. So like if I'm wearing a dress shirt, I'll just like, you know, like this is, let's say this is the dress shirt. These are like the buttons. I'll just like pin it like right here. And it looks really cute. Yeah. Isn't it so cute? You do give us some freaky vibes that I'm into it. That's what I want to hear. Every Oomphy should be saying that. Dress shirt pics doko. I actually do have some cute fashion pics. I'm always like scared to post them because I'm like, oh, what if I'm like spamming? But I guess I will post some stuff. Yeah. Oh, also, one of my friends got me this for my birthday. I don't know if you guys remember her, but she joined us for the Just to Impress Roblox stream. She gave me this little guy. Very cute. I want to put him on a bag or something, but then I'm so scared that he's gonna get dirty. So I feel like I should get like one of those protective cases before I do that. But yeah, can you guys tell that I like little trinkets? I have like so many little trinkets around, literally within like one arm's reach. I also have like these little guys. Ba-dum. Spam them into my DMs if necessary. Okay, maybe I'll drop them into the subscribers channel in the Discord too, so then I can spam some outfit pictures. Oh, I'm kind of sad though. So I went to a wedding this weekend. That's also partially why I was really busy. Okay, partially why I was MIA was because I need to do, I don't know, I've been freelancing, but I think I want to seriously do more stuff again. So I have to revamp my portfolio, and I've been trying to do more like professional design work recently. And yeah, I've been working on my portfolio again, but then I had to finish my ribbons for Off-Kai, which are now done and should be in production soon, which I'm really excited. If you see me Off-Kai, I'll give you a ribbon, say hi. And yeah, I will be yeah, I guess, yeah, that's what I was doing. I was just working on all those things and crashing out, and I had a wedding this weekend. That's why I just didn't end up streaming, even though I wanted to. But the wedding was really fun. I did not drink at all, which actually I've never done at a wedding. Usually, I mean, like, even like a glass of champagne, you know, like a glass or two of champagne. I feel like that's like pretty normal. But because I have not been drinking for 4 months now, I did not drink anything except boba and water. Um, but it was a really nice time. And it was really interesting that they had boba at their wedding. Very SF of them. And I got to design a lot of their stuff, which was really fun. I got to make them a custom font, a little logo for them. Um, their like not brochures, but like the wedding like pamphlet, like whatever things. Oh, programs. Yeah, programs. And then what else did I make? Oh, they're like invitations and that kind of stuff. It was really fun. And yeah, it was interesting being in SF. I have not gone to the West Coast in a while, but I have to go again at the end of this month for Offkai. So I think that'll be interesting to see. Yeah, vacuum seals your cat to keep him clean. No, no vacuum sealing my cat. Dude, I had to vacuum my table. You can still see, look, all this cat hair. Because of the photo on Twitter, you guys are like, there's so much going on in this picture. There's so much cat hair. Okay, also, it was not takeout. It was a tissue on the side. But yes, there was like tissue on the side of my table. There was cat hair. I was using like my phone stand for my glasses. Tummy pick. It was a lot going on. A lot going on. I have a plushie Miku that's supposed to be a keychain, but I'm only carrying it around in case it's dirty. Right? I don't want to make it dirty. You can get one of those really cute cases though. I've seen ones that make it look like a little takeout box or like a little capsule or something. I think it's a bit more popular now to have like little fluffy keychains and stuff, so people are making protective like cases for it. You should get one of those. I hope you can find work that treats you the way you deserve. Me too, man. Me too. um, but yeah, I've been like portfolio grinding, and that's been taking up quite a lot of my time. Um, yeah, and then wedding this weekend. I wanted to take a picture of my dress. It was so pretty. You guys just have to believe me. I didn't really take any pictures, but okay, I need to describe it to you. Wait. Let me show you. Oh, also let me show you this notebook that I got. Look, I got this at the convention that I went to recently. Isn't this cute? It's Persona. It's so good. And then also, ta-da, it's Grid, which is the, what's the word? Um, hold on. My hard drive's like making noises. I dropped my hard drive like twice, and I'm like really scared it's gonna start like freaking out. Okay. But yeah, I think Grid is superior because it's better than Line. It's better than lines, it's better than blank pages because you have some sort of guidance, but it's not as restrictive as lines. Grid is superior, so I had to buy this notebook. Hee hee hee. The wedding dress from last time was hot AF. Wait, this dress was so nice too. I need to show you why didn't I take a picture? Let me see. Um, where are my... Hello, welcome back, Cricket. Okay. So my dress, it had like long sleeves, but it was like So it had sleeves like that, but then it was like the shape of it is like bodycon, but it flares out kind of at the end, like mermaid a little bit. I don't know how to describe. And then it had lace here, and it had flowers, and it was a dark dress. And it's very pretty, but then, because shoulders, right? My fucking shoulders got sunburnt. Is that not insane? I was literally out in the sun for not even that freaking long, and then my shoulders got sunburnt. Like, right now, my left shoulder is pretty sunburned, but my right is not super sunburned. But, bruh, how did that even happen? I was wearing a long dress that covered everything, like it was to the floor, and also my sleeves literally like covered my hands, and I still managed to get sunburned. Why does the universe hate me? Why does the universe hate me? I need for inspiration, more inspiration for my fanfic, so any dress insight is appreciated. Dude, I'm a pasty girly. Skill issue indeed. Alright, I'll see if I can find any picture, but the dress is really pretty. I wish I had like a picture to show you guys. Maybe I'll just put it on and I'll take a picture. Let's see. I'm too lazy for this. Sometimes I want to dress up, sometimes I'm like, I'm pretty happy being comfy cozy, you know? Sounds like a dress you have posted once a long time ago. It's new, it's a different one. Cause it's, I don't really have too many like shoulderless dresses, but I honestly regret because now my shoulders are so sunburned. Also, you can literally see like a line. You can see like a line like right where the dress was ending. And then my shoulders are just darker. Or red. Terrible. Actually terrible. Such a fake goofy. I have posted a lot of random dresses and stuff. Oh, but dude, getting sunburned is actually the worst. Tan line neurons firing. I know, but like you want like cool tan lines, you know, or hot tan lines. I feel like a tan line where it's literally just your freaking shoulders, you know, and that's your face. That's like a pretty weird. That's like a weird tan line, you know? That's a really weird tan line. A sunburn by definition is hot. Yes, the sunburn area is very hot. That's because your skin is damaged, okay? It's because your skin is damaged. Shoulders, how scandalous. Shoulders, I know, I wasn't even showing my ankles. The dress is like all the way down, and then I was wearing heels. Oh, also I had a conversation. So, yeah, I had a conversation with somebody at the wedding that I knew that I had not seen in like maybe like 3 years, maybe 3 years I haven't seen. Um, and yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time, and he was like, "Oh, like what are you up to?" Because he's sitting next to me at the wedding table, or like you know where you're seated, and I was like just chatting. Um, And then I was like, oh, so, because I know he likes anime. So I was like, oh, well, I'm kind of a content creator now. And he was like, oh, wait, that's so cool. Like, you know, what type of like stuff do you do? I was like, oh, well, I like stream games and like art and stuff like that. And he was like, oh, whoa, that's cool. He was like, are you a VTuber? Like he said jokingly. And I looked at him like, and he was like, no way. I was like, yo, there's no way you jumped so fast. Like, I just said I was a streamer. Why did I have to, what do you mean? And, like, the other people at the table were like, oh, it's because Umi's a weeb, isn't it? I was like, yo, can we chill? Can we chill? Like, why am I being attacked here? I don't understand. Do I just give off the energy that like I would be an anime girl on the internet? Like I don't what's going on, guys? What's going on? Um Also, no, I'm not kink shaming you. I agree. Tan lines are hot, but I feel like there's gotta be like a standard, or like there are certain tan lines that are hot, but this is just like it looks like a like this is weird. And also, do you know what you know the tennis sock tan is so awful. One of my friends growing up, like childhood friends, she played a lot of tennis, and like she would, because the tennis like sock was up here, so the tan would literally be like this, and her, she would just have a pasty ass like half of her calf, and then she would be super tan here, and then this is like her shoe, right? And this would just be like shining, shiny, shiny, and I'm like, oh, oops, shiny. This is a pretty bad tan. This or biker shorts, you know? Biker shorts. Dude, when you have the biker tan, because it's like in the middle of your thigh, right? Let's say like this is your foot. Your thigh right here is just like bright and shining. That's a rough tan too. But you know what's the worst and most hideous type of tan? If you guys can guess before I draw it, I'm sorry for your loss. How can you guess this? You must have seen this before. And that's the only way. I don't know if you've seen this, but I have, and it was scarring. It was when one of my friends wore their Crocs to a beach, and then they didn't take it off, and then the holes in the Crocs, it like made a tan, and so they're just like holes on the top of their foot. It's rough, man. It's rough. I think that is the worst tan. Tennis fits. Honestly, I agree. Tennis fits very nice. This is because of challengers, isn't it? This is because of challengers. I'm actually wearing a tennis fit today. I wear a lot of tennis fits indoors because I do not play tennis, nor have I ever played tennis. But they're very comfortable, casual fits to be wearing at home when I don't want to just be wearing pajamas. Like a tennis skirt and like a sports top. Hmm. Challengers fit, top three hottest fits of all time. It's the tennis skirt. It's the tennis skirt vibe. Oh, also, I'm watching Sinners tonight, guys. I'm really excited. Have any of you guys seen it? I'm really excited to see some Haley Seinfeld, Michael B. Jordan. Hee hee hee. Uh, yeah. I feel like I don't know if you guys have it in your area, but AMC does like a discount on Tuesdays where it's a lot cheaper. I think it's like $8 instead of like $17 or some ridiculous normal price that's usually at. I usually only watch stuff on Tuesdays as a result because um you know there's discounts. I don't think I've heard of it. It's a new like horror-ish movie. It's like kind of horror, kind of not. I heard like it's more like a thriller action kind of film with vampires, but it's set in the South and it's about like Southern vampires, I think, something like that. But I'm really excited. Mm-hmm. Not me confusing the two actors throughout the movie. Michael B. Jordan and Haley Seinfeld? Who? Which two actors? But yeah, I've heard good things, and so I'm really excited to watch it. Yeah, I feel like I've been watching a decent amount of horror movies recently. I think The Substance is still very much on the top of my list. It's about two black men fitting their urge to sin with each other. Oh, fighting their urge to sing with each other. Is it? Is it actually Vampire Yaoi? I did not know that. Is it actually? That would be very interesting. Also I saw a post where somebody was like, Sinners was so good. Thank you, Jordan Peele. And so I was like, no, it's not a Jordan Peele movie. uh, but yeah, I've been wanting to watch that. And I want to watch Friendship, which is like this weird, awkward kind of movie. It's kind of like Nathan Fielder kind of vibes, where it's like some dude who's like kind of awkward and trying to navigate through life. He's like 40 and he's like trying to fit in with friends and he finds a way to finally fit in. And yeah, Tim Robinson, yeah. And then somebody is like, uh, you've been kind of weird, like we can't be friends anymore or something. And he freaks the fuck out. And then I don't know what type of movie it is. Like, is it a murder movie? Is it really just a kind of weird, uncomfortable, awkward movie? Is it like a comedy? I don't know. And that's the trailer. It's called Friendship. I Think You Should Leave is definitely Umi's vibe. Didn't we watch this together? In the Discord? You should. Oh no, that's the Tim Robinson series. Oh. What was I thinking about? What was that awkward movie that we watched in the Discord together? We watched Nathan Fielder instead. We didn't watch Nathan Fielder. We watched like some movie where it's like a bunch of people trapped together in this room and they're like being really awkward. All My Friends Hate Me. Oh my god, that was so, yeah, similar vibes. All My Friends Hate Me. Yeah, horror comedy. Yeah, the real horror is social awkwardness. But yes, Tim Robinson is from I Think You Should Leave. And it's like kind of awkward comedy, I guess. And either like deadpan comedy or like weird, ridiculous situations. Oh, I saw the hot dog scene from I Think You Should Leave. It's pretty funny. But yeah, Friendship stars that same dude, so very similar vibes. I think we're all strapped to a chair with our eyes pried open by Starfire. Actually, though, I was like, oh my god, I'm so uncomfortable. But I feel like that's kind of the vibe of Friendship, where I'm like, I don't know where this is going, but I'm excited to watch that as well. Apparently all my film recs are painful for you. Yes, they are. You have chosen only painful films. Do you like to torture us? Do you like what is this? But yeah, I'm excited to watch that. I'm not thinking about recent movies that I've watched. Really just the Wong Kar-wai ones. I did tell you guys, right, that I watched Perks of Being a Wallflower again. I watched it, I got really sad, and then I had to rewatch Madagascar 1 and 2 to feel better. I did the same thing with Wong Kar-wai. I watched a bunch of Wong Kar-wai films, and then it was like really hitting me in the feels, and just like in general, just like, you know, thinking about life and like whatever. And then I was like, okay, I need to chill out. So then I watched Flushed Away. I don't know if you guys have seen Flushed Away, but you should. It's really funny. I forgot that it was British, honestly, but it's like by the same people who did Wallace and Gromit.